bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Chicago Bears. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys struggling a bit here in the early going, winning only once over their first 4 games. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On play action, here's Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
To the air, Williams. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Throwing to start the drive. Douglas. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Powers through. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he takes us all the way down to the Bears' 36-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A run out of the gun with Genti. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genti, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Moore, the man in motion. Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw is Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
In formation.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 17-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Back to throw. Douglas. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The Raiders have 1 and 3 here in the early part of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 8. The run straight ahead with Genty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on third down, Douglas. Into space at the 45. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 46.
On first down, it's Genty. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to Genty on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second down and 6 now. Operating from the gun, Douglas. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, looked in here by Besh. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jack Besh. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chicago offense set to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Williams going to sneak it. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. That's complete. Roma Dunze. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. 15 yards there for number 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
To throw, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. A pass complete to Odunze. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 6. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Yards on the play. And the Raider first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Raider first down.
A give out of the gun to Genty. Down to about the 45.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Douglas. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They'll try to run for it with Genty. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the give, Genty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice. Each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Williams. Pass incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was supposed to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
What is that?
Throwing is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowers. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And the Raider first down. It's a gain of 10.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A final shot before break. Douglas. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
But one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
Now a play fake here on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Douglas. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now a handoff to Genty. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it, looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Williams. That pass complete to Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw. Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Ball at the 26, second and 7. Back to throw. Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he's got it. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Las Vegas's offense back out there ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Douglas. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Douglas. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On the give, Genty. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Douglas. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards there for number 15.
The Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Moore, the man in motion. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it on 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to fourth down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
On fourth down, here's Williams.
That's to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
On the ground, it's Genty.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. Down to about the 45.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, week out and now.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll run with Genty, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Once again, it's Genty. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty, 25 yards.
And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way the opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To the air, Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Raiders' 42.
2nd and 1. Williams looking to do it himself. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 6. And the Bears first.
Looking to throw is Williams. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Williams. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. Looking to throw. Williams. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Looking to throw. Williams. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They'll take over a 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Ginty.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So this one a victory for the